Hello and welcome back. So when you first create an AWS account, you supply an email address, and once the account's set up, you can log in using that email address as what's known as the root user. And that account is essentially unrestricted and all-powerful. So it's highly recommended that you create some other accounts known as IAM user accounts, and those are used to perform daily tasks. So we're going to go ahead and create an IAM user for our development and CDK deployment. To do that, we need to log in as root user first. Once you've logged in as a root user, you'll come to some sort of landing page. At present, it's this. And from here, you can get to the management console. Now, the console home is essentially a portal that gives you access to all the AWS services and their individual consoles. So the service we're interested in right now is IAM. As you can see, it's in my recently visited panel, but I can get to it directly by typing IAM up here and then clicking on this. And as with most of the service consoles, there's a navigation bar on the left-hand side, and we can select IAM users from here and then create a user on the top right. So I'm going to enter a username of dev and provide them with access to the management console and create a custom password that I can just paste in. And I won't require a change of password. And then press next. And here we've got to set up permissions. You can either add the user to a group which has permissions. In this case, I'm just going to attach policies directly, and I'm going to give this dev user administrator access. Now clearly this is very powerful. It enables the dev user to create AWS resources, which in turn cost money. So this account needs to be highly secured, by which I mean we need to set up some sort of multi-factor authentication on it, which I'll do shortly. Okay, so next, and then I can just hit create user and then return to users list. And I'll select the user, and now there's a couple of jobs I want to do immediately. The first is create multi-factor authentication, which I'll do right now. Okay, I've done that and I've created a passkey. And now the other thing we need to do is to create an access key. And this will allow us to log in as this dev user when using the AWS CLI from the terminal. So all I need to do is press create access key, command line interface. I understand the recommendations above. And then I'll create a description like this, desktop computer access key, and create it. And now it's going to give me what's called an access key and a secret access key, which I'll show you here. Now, with these values, it's possible to log in from any terminal in the world. So clearly I won't be holding on to these for too long. I'm going to delete them immediately after recording this lesson. But let me show you how we use them. So I'm going to open a terminal window and type AWS configure. And then it's prompting me for the AWS access key ID, which is this thing here. So I'll paste that in. And then the secret access key is obviously this one here. I'll paste that in. And then it's asking me for a default region, which you can find up here. Now my default region is going to be EU West 2. So let's put that in, EU West 2, and I'm just going to hit enter on this. And now that's configured the CLI to use this account by default. So for instance, if I now enter a CLI command like AWS IAM list users, which is saying give me a list of all the users set up in IAM, we can see that it's listed the dev account. And similarly, I can ask what policies the dev account has, and it's saying it has administrator access. Okay, so with that, I'll bring this lesson to a close, and I'll see you in the next.